Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first vlog for this channel. I have made some other videos, but they definitely weren't meant to be informal and specifically talking to the audience like a journal, like the vlog format. I am trying to get to where I do this more so I can get more comfortable on camera. I can tell when I watch the videos that I am uncomfortable. Sometimes I feel like I sound really robotic and everything else, and I'm trying to get it to where I can talk and present material in a smoother fashion. The advice I was given for vlogging was to just talk for a really long time in front of the camera. You'll get more and more comfortable, and then cut out the fat and then post the video. I think because this is my first video, I should probably talk about all the projects that I'm working on or what I want to work on. But the deal with that is the list is huge. And so I think a better way to do that is for me to throw up a graphic. In this, some of the stuff is video making. I have always enjoyed films and movies and also storytelling. I am a professional artist. I have a channel that's dedicated just to that, that I will attempt to link in this video. But here I wanted to talk about everything else, and with video making, it's to me a lot like art. My artwork also tends to tell a story, so you can see in my paintings that I've been told that they seem like an illustration from a book or a moment in time from a story, which I take to be a huge compliment. So I like to think that my background as an artist and an amateur writer, that telling a story and sharing the visuals of it with my audience is something that I'm naturally driven to. I just haven't been able to figure out how to quite make that into a good video format. I can tell my videos are a little bit awkward. I can tell that my editing needs to improve, and I used to beat myself up, and what would happen is, in an effort to try to have this really perfect first product, I would have no product, and then lots of time would pass. So now I'm just making myself do it over and over and accept that I'll probably get some criticism for my transitions for the audio. I haven't quite figured out what to do about some of the echoing that happens in my footage. Those are just some of the things that I'm working on. Other things that I'm working on is woodworking. You can see that I'm in the shop. What I've really made progress with is my abilities with a table saw and a miter saw. What's kind of freaking me out is using a router. It's a little bit more wild. But one of the little projects that I'm doing is I'm taking some of the scraps from planters that I've built, and I'm going to sand them down, I'm going to paint them pretty, and I'm going to give them to one of my good friends as a Christmas present. So I'll have a little video just talking about that specific project. Other projects that I'm working on are soap making, candle making, book binding. A friend of mine wrote a really great children's story for Halloween. It's a little bit like Goosebumps, and what I want to do is be able to do some digital illustrations to throw in with it, print it up, and then bind that into a book to give to him. And I think that he'd really enjoy it and get a kick out of it. But I still have to work on my bookbinding skills. I could talk probably for an hour about all the different projects that I've got. But again, here's the list of stuff that I'm working on. What I think I'll do is I think that I'll title my videos as to the project that I'm working on, and then say episode 1 or 2 or 3. And then if it's a vlog like this, I might title it a journal entry or just a day in the life of, or something. Maybe nothing all that special. Maybe only throw the episode thing on if my vlog is specifically about whatever I'm working on. Today's adventure that I'll be going on is a live drawing session, which I thought I had done more recently than I did. When I looked at one of my old sketchbooks, the live drawings that I had done was back in 2016. So wow, over 6 years ago. And I believe that even though I'm a professional artist, one of the most important things to do is to always continually practice your craft. Like a professional baseball player doesn't stretch one time and then he's over. Like, he continues to stretch and work out and prepare for the games. And I feel like as an artist that you should always be doing that too. And so I feel a little bit ashamed that I haven't done any live drawing sessions for 6 years. What I mean by a live session is that there's going to be a nude model that I can draw from. It's going to be from 6 to 9. Usually the way these work is they'll tell the model to hold poses for certain amounts of time, and those time increments get longer and longer as the drawing goes on. Like, the first ones are effectively gestures that are supposed to warm you up, and then as you're getting warmed up, you get more and more time. To me, one of the big differences between somebody who's new at art and someone who's been doing it a long time is that the new artist wants everything they make to be a final product. And they don't realize that sketching and practicing sketching and continuing to make these little things that have no intention of being a final product, no intention of being sold, that these are very valuable. Well, it's just like the baseball player, where the baseball player does these practice games that really helps them with going to the World Series. What I'm going to be making while I'm there isn't going to be a final product that I'm going to be selling or anything. Every now and then I'll do something as a contour or sketch that I just enjoy because of the lines and the fluidity of it. It's not to say that it won't be, it's just that that's not the objective. The objective is for me to study anatomy and for me to continually sharpen what I understand the body to look like. The human body is so complicated, and one of the reasons for that is because we know what human beings look like. Even if you're not an artist, even if you've never done a painting a day, you can look at a painting of someone that's been done wrong and you can immediately tell, like, ooh, that nose is off or the hand's off. Because we look at people all the time, so we know what they look like. The audience member, despite whatever experience they have, is a very informed viewer that can pick apart the things you're doing wrong. So this is kind of a little bit more of an art blog, and again, I do have an art channel, and in that one, I'll probably share some of the sketches that I did just to share them. I don't really hang on to these anymore like I used to. When I was younger, I think it made me proud, but now it's not the final product, and once I've finished with the sketch, I feel like I'm done with it. So then I'll use the back of them to make to-do lists or whatever else, just because I have a huge wardrobe full of sketchbooks. I can't really hang on to them, and even if I did, it's not really helping me by doing that. But that's what I'm up to today. So in a couple hours, I'm gonna have to shower, I'm gonna have to get ready, and then I'll be going to this drawing thing, and I haven't done it for 6 years, and so I'm pretty excited. I invited some friends to come meet up with me, and I don't know if they'll show up. I got 2 maybes, and the third person I had to invite through someone else, so I don't even know if that's possible. So maybe I'll be able to meet up with some friends and do it, or maybe I'll be by myself. I'm gonna be fine either way, but I'm a little nervous, a little ashamed, but a little excited to go and do another live drawing session. That's my little vlog update for the day. And also my first video here, so hopefully I can start getting more comfortable in front of the camera and doing this more often, but I would really enjoy being able to eventually get an audience that would give me feedback, who I could talk to about the projects that I'm doing. You can't just expect all of your friends and family to love everything you're doing and to want to talk to you about it all day. So the idea of getting an audience watching my channel that I could share and interact with seems like a pretty cool thing and like a nice objective, but it's all gonna be on me and whether or not I can keep doing what I need to do, which is make these vlogs and not waste time trying to make everything perfect when somebody who's learning how to do this, it's not gonna be perfect. But thank you for watching, and I'll try to update as soon as I can.